JIPMER, right? A lot of candidates, a lot of students dream of going to this college. This amount, this is a security deposit. This is a refundable amount. So when you are paying this amount, you will get it back if at all you're not allocated any seat. 10th class 10 certificate still has certain issues. Make sure there is no such thing, there is no mismatch of any sort with regard to the document. Hello dear students, today's video is very important for all of you because in today's video we are going to talk about the NEET counseling process. So I'll talk about all the informations that have been provided and also the dates, the important documents. So make sure that you watch this session till the end. It's going to be very beneficial for you. If you have appeared for the NEET already, obviously it's going to be. If you are somebody who has dropped, then also you should go through this process. The simple reason is that you will get to know the nuances that needs to be followed while you're going for the counseling process. And also you will understand important and critical dates as well as the documents that you should have in advance so that you can properly go through the entire process. All right, so let's start. Starting with the first thing is the counseling dates. As you know, the NEET UG result of 2025 was declared on 14th June 2025. The counseling registration start 21st July, it started, and then the seat allotment for round 1 will be July 2025. The reporting to the college for round 1 candidates will happen in July and August, and then round 2 registration, which is this time, almost this time period, when round 2 registration has got started. Then there is also a mop-up round, which is going to happen in September, and then you have got stray vacancy round. Now this round is specifically for those seats which remain vacant. In spite of all these multiple rounds of counseling, still there would be some seats that would remain. So to fill up that, they will also have stray vacancy round. All right. So let's now see the next part, which is the seat allocation technique. Okay. And this is quite important, literally very important for us because we are talking about all India quota, that is AIQ, which is going to be 15% seats. And as you can see, the AIQ, that is all India quota online counseling, will be 15%. Okay, the percentage will be 15%. The counseling body will be medical council, that is MCC, as you know, and as per the reservation policy, SC supposed to get 15%, ST 7.5%, OBC NCL 27%, EWS, which is the economic weaker section, would be 10%, and PWD category will have 5%. If I talk about AIMS, then AIMS, again, the counseling body is going to be the same, which is MCC for all open seats. Okay. And when I talk about the reservation policy for AIMS, well, the central government reservation policy is what is going to be applicable for AIMS as well. Then comes the next hot favorite, which is JIPMER, right? A lot of candidates, a lot of students dream of going to this college. So let me just talk about this one. The counseling body is JIPMER itself for the state quota, and then MCC for open seats. And when you talk about the reservation policy, again, central government reservation policy will be applicable for JIPMER as well. AFMC Pune, again, a very important college for all the NEET candidates. AFMC authorities, so it does not happen through MCC, but there is a separate authority for counseling, which is AFMC authorities, and obviously the reservation policy is not applicable for specifically for AFMC. I suggest that you go onto their website and check out the details. Then ESIS, that is insured persons quota, there would be some certain category of government servants for whom the quotas would be reserved, and then for this also the counseling body would be MCC. SC would get 15% of reservation, OBC NCL will get 27%, ST 7.5%, and EWS 10%. If I talk about central university, that is BHU, AMU or DU, the counseling body is MCC only. And for deemed university, so MCC would be taking care of the first 3 rounds, and deemed university for the stray vacancy round. So first round, second round, and third round would be taken care by MCC. And if there are any seats which are still vacant and they want to fill it, that part, that is the stray vacancy round, would go to the deemed university. Their own management, they would decide, right? Now, this also includes the NRI quota as per specific guidelines. All right. So, if you are a candidate who is watching this video from some other country and you are applying for this NRI quota, then definitely you should take care of this information as well. Now, talking about the counseling registration fees. Counseling registration fees is the amount that you need to deposit for general, that is all India quota, a central university. There is a non-refundable fee of 1000 rupees for the general candidate and a refundable security deposit of 10,000. Now, what does that mean? Let me explain to you. Suppose you want to get into counseling, you want to understand that with your marks, with your rank, what are the possible seats that you can get, right? So, certainly you need to give a non refundable amount of 1000. This will not be returned to you, whether the seats are allocated or not allocated. All right. But this 10,000, the deposit that you are going to give, 10,000 rupees, if the seats do not get allocated to you, then this is a refundable amount. And here is what I would suggest to all my students, that if you are a candidate who has given your exam in 2025, then at least you must give this 1000 rupees. There's nothing to lose, but at least you'll get an idea that what are the cutoff marks and then the cutoff ranks, and then which colleges can you expect at least. Okay, so you'll get a whole idea about the seat allocation for the entire India. All right, on all India basis. Then comes SC, ST, OBC, and PW category, where you have to give a non-refundable fees of 500 to enter into the counseling process, and a refundable security deposit of 5000, which again would be refunded to you if at all you're not being allocated any seats through this counseling. And then for deemed university, for all categories, as you can see, the non-refundable fees is 5000 and the security deposit is 2 lakhs. That's really a good amount, but again, it's a refundable deposit. So you get back if you don't take admission. So if you want to get through the counseling for all India, you can simply go for this fees, and you have to understand that this fee will be refundable. This amount, this is a security deposit, this is a refundable amount. So when you are paying this amount, you will get it back if at all you're not allocated any seat through the counseling. And these amount which is non-refundable fees will not be returned, all right, whether you get a seat or you don't get a seat. All right, now next, very important section of this video, and I want to bring your attention, all my students attention, to this part, because many a times we have seen that your even when you have scored a good marks, you have scored a good rank with all these hard work, and then when you are going for colleges, just because of these small silly mistakes, you lose out on your well deserved seat. So make sure that all the documents that are mentioned over here are ready with you. All right, so they will be checked twice. One is during the counseling time, there will be an overall check. Another is when you are getting admitted to the college, when you go to the college, there will be again a thorough check and verification of all the documents that you are having. All right, so what are the document, and make sure that you make this list. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this list. I'll just move aside, take the screenshot of the list, make sure that you tick mark each one of them, and it is all available to you before the counseling itself. Let me read it out one by one. The NEET admit card, it is a must and a mandatory. All right, it's a very important document that you must carry till you have taken the admission in your college. NEET scorecard or rank letter, again the second very important document, and I would suggest is don't carry it just like a soft copy. Make sure you get a printout, take a file, place everything properly before the counseling starts, so that at the end of the day, when you are going for the counseling, you don't have to be in a hurry situation, you don't have to be in a panic mode, so that which document is where and how do I find it, and then you just switch on your panic button. Don't do that. My suggestion is that simply make sure that you have got all these documents ready, filed up, to be presented during the time of counseling process. Then class 10 certificate and mark sheet for date of birth. Now, there are certain candidates I have seen that which who are appearing for these exams, but their 10th class 10 certificate still has certain issues. Okay, that means the date that is there in their ID proof and the date of birth on their 10th mark sheet are different. Make sure there is no such thing, there is no mismatch of any sort with regard to the document. It might cost you seat, so this is very very important for us. Make sure that everything is pitch perfect, everything is perfectly aligning with your ID proof, and all the thing, even the name, spelling, everything, father's name, your date of birth, everything is mapped properly. Then class 12 certificate and mark sheet. ID proof. ID proof can be Aadhaar card, PAN card, driving license or passport. Then domicile certificate for state quota. If you are applying through state quota, of course, you have to produce the domicile certificate. Domicile certificate would be given by government authorities, as you would have procured by now. You would have got it from the government department. If not, then make sure that you obtain this domicile certificate, which is just simply a residential certificate, and it would be issued from the place of your residence. Then 8 passport size photograph. The same try to take the same photograph that you have used for filling of your NEET registration form. All right, so you would have got, anyways you would have got more in numbers, so make sure that you have collected all those documents and placed it over there. Then provisional allotment letter. You see, you will get a provisional allotment letter of your seat, okay, after the counseling, and you need to carry it properly. And if there is any certificate, which is whether the caste certificate for eligibility of the reservation policy, or if there is any certificate, PWD certificate, that is physically disabled certificate, or EWS certificate, any such certification which is required for you to be produced as a proof for you to be eligible to get into that category with reservation, you must have all that beforehand. Make sure you don't go to the last minute just before counseling and you are just running around because your documents are not ready. So make sure all these documents are in line, it is properly placed inside a file, you have a copy of it, you have xeroxed it, kept it properly with all the photographs and everything before you head for the counseling. Now, next is the important dates and the schedule. The first round of counseling, as you know, 21st to 30th July. Okay. Last date of joining would be 6th of August. If you are into the first round of counseling, then by 7 to 8, your verification will come. And then in between, of course, the state counseling will start, right? So last date of joining is 6th August. If you have not joined it, that means that seat goes vacant, and the same seat would be allocated in the second round of counseling. That, as you can see, the first is ending on 6th, the second is starting on 12th. So the seat goes to the next one. And we have seen many students, many candidates, they work and they simply work so hard that they don't want to give up only in the first round of counseling, because it might happen that you might get your desired college in the second round. Okay, so we have seen that many candidates, they do wait. But if you have got a good college, a college of your choice in the first round itself, I would suggest you can go for it. If not, then you can just leave that and you can simply go for the second round. All right, so the dates are, verification is 30th August to 1st of September, and then the last date of joining will be on 29th of August. As you can see, after the second round, there would be a third round. The third round starts from 1st September, and the last date of joining would be 18th September. Okay, so these 3 rounds are over. And if I'm talking about any deemed university, well, these 3 rounds would be conducted by, as I told you, the MCC. But the last round, which is the spray round, from 22nd to 26th of September, would be conducted by the authorities or the management of the particular deemed university. The last date of joining for the third round would be 3rd October, and the commencement of the session will start from 1st September 2025. Post 3rd October, you are not allowed to take admission in any of the colleges on all India quota, and you will not be allowed to attend classes for this starting year 2025. So if you have simply not chosen your college and not joined any college before the last date, that is 3rd October, then probably this year you won't be getting any seats and you would not be able to join a medical school with all India quota. So I hope all these informations are very, very important. And with all these informations, for sure, I wish you all the best if you are a candidate who is going for all this counseling. And we'll keep on making more videos to make you aware about the latest updates that is going on in the counseling process and how seats are allocated. We'll also give you updates about the total seats allocation, the ranks, the cutoffs, different colleges across various states, as well as the state of Karnataka in particular. So see you soon and all the best.